Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, sampler platter video series videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie to you, this is video review number 4, so I'm getting a little bit wonky, okay? I'm just going to let you know things are going to start getting wacky now. Whilst things are getting wacky, though, I'm inside my back room today, which means I got my Peter Can Thunderbolt poster over there. Crappy old ladder is off to the side. He's just being a crappy old ladder. You can't see him right now, but I'm also in the back room with my hamsters, so it's possible you might get a hamster cameo, or you might hear some little background noises. That's just hamsters being adorable. They're just adorable hamsters. It's what they do. They're adorable. In fact, my little girl, Aisha, is popping her adorable head out right now. I'm not going to pick her up because Aisha is not really a holding hamster. She's more of a shy girl, but she's very sweet. Oh, give her a couple treats because she's a very good girl. Anyway, whilst I'm doing all that, I'm also wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirts. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Static X shirt. It'll be for at least one more video. Static X is a band that I'm a big fan of. They've been around since the late 90s. They were most prominent during sort of the 99, early 2000s era, when nu metal was really at its peak. They kind of fell into that. They were a bit more industrial, but they had a sort of nu metal-ish sound. I'm a big fan of theirs. In fact, I was able to get a little bit of hipster cred back in them thar days in, I think, 8th grade. Because I used to go over there to get ahead of the other sort of metal kids that were in my classes, because they were ones who introduced me to Slipknot and ICP and stuff. I had no familiarity with any of that stuff at that point, so to try to maintain some semblance of being kind of cool, I would watch MTV super late into the night. I was a night person anyway, so it worked. But that's when they would go over there and debut a lot of the lesser known sort of metal stuff. And Static X was one of those. They had their song "Push It" on there, so I was able to come in and be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, Slipknot. Okay, have you heard of Static X?" And they were like, "Who the fuck is Static X? You suck." And then 2 months later, when Static X became a big thing, they're like, "Yeah, Static X rules." And I'm like, "I told you," and they're like, "You didn't fucking tell us shit." He sucked. Actually, they were okay. Some of them were okay. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all today that has nothing to do with Static X? By the way, I have some videos from Static X shows that I've been to on this very channel. But that doesn't have anything to do with this. Boom! It is. Let's try to get a thing. I don't know. It's not gonna... It is... Oh, that's why I don't like doing videos from the back room anymore. The lighting's so terrible. Plus other complications. It is from Favorite Day. It is Hibiscus ginger beer. It's naturally flavored, sweet floral notes with a warm bite of ginger spices. Made to mix, non-alcoholic. Which it was actually funny. I got this, I believe, at Target. And I went to go through the self-checkout. And they had one of the people attending the self-checkout thing. And she saw me carrying the case of this, and she started to make her way over as I was about to scan it. And then it didn't, flag it. It didn't say hey, you need to check the ID or anything because it's not alcoholic. So she was all disappointed. But anyway, let's try some stuff. Now, I like some ginger beer. I've never had hibiscus ginger beer, though. So I had strawberry hibiscus lemonade from Tropical Smoothie Cafe, though. Go watch that review. That was some good stuff. So I'm hopeful for with this. It smells fruity, which I wasn't expecting, given the ginger and the hibiscus. Ooh. Ooh. That's a lot of things going on. It just says natural flavor. Doesn't even have any ginger in it. Well, no. Yeah, no, it doesn't have any ginger in it. Yeah, and it's from Target Brands. Apparently this is a Target exclusive thing. Okay. Yeah, there's apparently no ginger in this. It just says natural flavors. It does say hibiscus extract though, so it's got to have some ginger or something in it because it's got that it's got that ginger heat to it, and especially because it's a ginger beer. Like it's if you've never had ginger beer, it's similar to ginger ale, but like amped way up, and like the ginger is much harsher, and it like kind of it almost is like sort of like a horseradish kind of sensation. It kind of goes to your nose a little bit, and you get more of a burn. I'm a big fan of ginger beer. It's great, especially like if you've got like stuff clogging up your throat and stuff. Like swig some of that stuff down, man. That'll burn it out. This is really good. It is not. I won't say it's not at all like I expected it to taste because it does have like the ginger beer aspect to it, but the flavor is very different than I was expecting. There is a floral aspect to it, but it's more fruity to me, almost kind of like almost like a very light berry flavor or something like that. And I'm not saying that's what it is. Maybe it's just some combination of the ginger and the hibiscus coming together, or maybe it has to do with whatever natural flavors they're using. Um, but there is definitely a floral aspect to it, which can be extremely hit or miss. Certain floral things are really good, other things taste like you're just eating some lawn clippings. This is actually really good. They definitely did a really good job of going over there and making it work in this instance. What are you doing, chubby guy? What are you doing, chubby guy? Give me 1 second. What are you doing, chubby guy? What are you doing? What are you doing being super adorable and chubby? Who's this super adorable chubby hamster? He's gonna get picked up because he's a bud. Oh! It's my buddy Spectre. He's a tiny ghost ham. Who's a tiny ghost ham? Oh, he's not even tiny. He's chubby. He's one of my old guy hams now. I've had him for quite a while. He's still doing super good. He's a super well-behaved hamster. Who's my buddy? Who's my buddy, the hamster? I love you, pal. You're such a good boy. Can I get you a treat? Yeah, you're chubby. You like treats. He is not an athletic hamster. Never has been. Even when I got him when he was a lot younger, he was just always like, whatever, dude. I'm just gonna chill. Here. Oh, who gets a treat because you're a bud? Yeah, he's a good boy. They say he's my spooky ghost ham. He's actually named after the villain from the Ape Escape games, who's an albino monkey. He's not albino, but he's all white. So, but anyway, back to the hibiscus ginger beer. Excuse me, which is making me super gassy. It's really good. Like, that's some super good stuff. I like the fruitiness of it. I like the floral aspect of it, and I could do with a little bit more of a kick from the ginger, just for my personal preference. When I think of a ginger beer, I really want some stuff that's going to kick me in the ass. But it is a sufficient amount of ginger beer. Like, it definitely still has the kick to it. And I think it probably works better as a more readily available product. Because, again, like, some of those can really kind of kick you in the ass. With that one, it's easier to go with. My little bud. He's a little button. So chubby and silly. But yeah, that's genuinely super tasty. Like, I'm a big fan of that. Like, it's not my favorite ginger beer stuff that I've ever had. I've definitely had ginger beers that I prefer more, but I'm down with that. That's some really tasty stuff. Two questions have to be asked though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, and yes, genuinely. For myself, I think it hits the notes that I want it to hit. It does have a floral taste to it. So, the hibiscus is being represented. The ginger beer aspect, like I said, maybe not quite to the level that I would like, but not depleted enough. It's not insufficient enough that I'm upset with it. It works for what I need it to do. And then, like I said, I like I don't know if it's just the combination of flavors, but the almost fruity aspect that kind of comes through with it. It's really good. It's got a lot going on in terms of the flavor, and yeah, I'm down with it. As for recommending it to other people, it's weird, but I don't think it's so weird that people couldn't go with it. And by the same token, like with the ginger beer aspect, it's not so abrasive that I don't think some people could go with it. If you're not into ginger stuff, I don't think this is going to change your mind. But if you already enjoy ginger-based drinks, this one's really good. It has a lot of interesting stuff going on that I've personally never experienced in any other ginger drink. So, who's a bud? Who's a bud? But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you go there and have yourselves a truly adorable, spooky hamster rest of your life. Because he's a spooky hamster, and he's such a good boy. Love him. He's so chubby. But anyway, final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what I'm going to do, folks. Being adorable. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. We don't always have super adorable hamsters to see us through our days. I mean, I do. But, I don't know what you're doing with your time. It's important when we go over there, we run into situations that are frustrating or stressful, what have you. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of asshole-ness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Right, Spectre? Right. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some favorite day hibiscus ginger beer. And maybe you're going to be into it. Maybe you're going to be like, that's some tasty-ass shit right there. But you're going to be over here and be like, wait a second, what was that other thing that guy was talking about? Maybe I'll go out and I'll play some Ape Escape. Oh, damn, folks. Play some Ape Escape. But I have to emphasize this. Play the first game. It's it's an older game. The graphics are quaint by today's standards. It, for me, for my money, is still far and away the best game in the series. I think the other ones, it was a combination. They either tried to do too much or they just tried to make the game too easy. The first game, for me, is still one of those games I can pick up and play whenever. Doesn't matter how far I get or anything, I'm always just happy to do it. Or conversely, you don't have to play Ape Escape. Maybe you can play Ape Escape 2 or 3 if you want. I wouldn't play 3, personally. I don't. I heard good things about 3 before I played it, and then I played it, and I was like, those people were dumb. But anyway, bye!